Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this video, I'm going to discuss operation bar. Okay, so operation bar, you will find operation bar here, and you will get this in sub-object mode. This is object mode. So in both of them, you will get, but some of the difference, maybe some options will be you'll be getting in one of them, and maybe more options you'll be getting in component mode. But some options will be in object mode also. Okay, so let's discuss them one by one. So now if you have, suppose I will just I have this torus here in this scene view. So I will duplicate this by pressing alt and duplicate this, and then I will give it some distance, maybe 2 or like 4. Okay, so now we have this thing. So first to discuss the object ones. Okay, or let's delete it. I will take another one. Okay, like a sphere. Okay, sphere one, and I will uh, come here. Okay, so I will get inside and change it to polygon mode. Okay, we will discuss them, but for now we have this thing. So now we have two objects here, and we are in object mode. Okay, okay, fine. So now we have these options here. Okay, so what we will do, we will just, we are in select mode. As we know, if the arrow is black, that means we are in object mode. So select this one or this one. Okay, that's possible. And here, these are some selection options. Okay, so now this is box select, like a murky kind of tool in Photoshop. Okay, so you just click and just select it, switch it off, and this one also. Okay, so select this one or this one. Okay, or by dragging you can also select them. By dragging you can select them, or you can also select it just by using lasso tool. Okay, just by lasso tool. Okay, or even two of them, and the other one you can select just by brush tool. Okay, if they are not selected, and you go and take brush tool, and that will be selected. We actually don't use these options for object mode. We use them for sub object mode. So these all are there in sub object mode also. So we will go in sub object mode and then try to understand what these are. So we will select torus. You will select torus and enter, or select torus and double click it, or select torus and press I. Okay, so these all the options are here, and I don't want to get disturbed by this object. Okay, this second object which is outside as object mode. So what I can do, I have some other options here. I will go here in this one, and I will just click on hide other objects. So when I click it, no other objects from outside I can see here except this one. Okay, or I will go and ghost other objects, and then I can see in ghost form. Okay, like semi-transparent kind of form. Okay, and I can also show all objects, and then I can see it just like this one. Okay, so what I will do, I will come here and hide other objects, that I will be able to see only this object which is here in this container. Okay, fine. So now I can see. So since the cursor is white, that means we are in sub-object mode, right? Because we discussed this thing in the last video. So let's try to select these components. So we will discuss them one by one. Okay, so I have already told you we will discuss 4 components in the very starting, and we'll be working most of the times in 2 components or 3 components, like point and edges and primitives. Okay, and maybe most of the times we'll be working only in these 2, that is point and primitives in Houdini. Okay, so you can also select them from here. So if I want to say, if I click here, all the points will be here, and then I can select them. Okay, how can I select them? So I have chosen points to be selected from here, and then I will go to second category, which is this one, 1 2 3 4. Okay, so now the first one, that is just by box select mode. Okay, so what I will do, I will just create a box around the points, and then all the points will be selected. Okay, all the points will be selected just like that. Okay, so that's this thing. Okay, and the next one is lasso selection. You create lasso, and then you can select the tools and select the no this points. And the third one is just by brush tool. Okay, so you can use brush tool, and you can select the points. Okay, so that can be done pressing by pressing shift and left mouse button. Sorry, by pressing shift and sorry, you can increase radius from here, but we can also do it from here some, I think. How can I do this? Okay, so by pressing shift and scrolling upside, okay, you can increase the radius of the brush, or you can just type it here. Okay, 50, and then you can paint like that. Okay, so in this way you can also do that. And the fourth one is this one. This is laser select. Laser select is like, see, suppose if I am painting here, so the points which are here, they are also being selected. Okay, but when we use laser, okay, it is not there. Okay, wherever the laser is hitting, only that point will be selected, only that area will be selected. See, just like this, we can use this in selecting primitives. I normally you don't use this, but we can use this if we want to select primitives like that. Okay, but every tool is usable somewhere, and we have to understand it, and that is why I'm telling you. So when I go to like, I will go to again box selection, and then this time I will come to uh, edges, and then we can also select edges, and then by lasso tool we can select edges, by lasso tool we can select, and by paint we can select. Okay, so we have to remember these all are usable. And now this is also getting selected. So if I take this uh, laser selection, okay, so I was selecting this, but these things are not getting selected here. So sometime you can use it, and this is really beneficial. But as far as primitives are concerned, that is definitely very beneficial. So I'll come here and click here at the polygons, or I will press 4, and then I will hit at these, and then no other polygons around the area will be selected. So that is really beneficial as far as polygons is concerned, at least. Okay, so these four options are here, and then we will go to some other options also. Like, one option is visibility. That is really cool options. So first I will tell you without visibility. So I will go to, okay, this one only, and I will go to box selection, and then I will select, I will drag the box around this area, and then everything is selected. You can see that, you can see that. Okay, but one very good option is here, and that is visibility option. That is whatever part of the geometry you are able to see, okay, only that part will be selected. So I am in this box selection, so I will just drag around it, and I will select this area. But and if this visibility is on, and then the area which I was not able to see, that area is not selected, and that is really cool option. So that happens in all the component mode. So if points are there, and I am selecting these points only, uh, or maybe all the points I can see, and when I rotate, and then these points are not selected. Now if I want to select invert points, then I can press Ctrl I, and then invert points are selected. Okay, and if I want to, there is one other cool key. If I want to really toggle between them, what I can do, I will press Ctrl and Shift together, and I will drag around the whole area. And now just check this out, this is really cool key. Okay, they are switching to and fro. okay, between selected and non-selected areas. Okay, if you want to select some of the points and then you want to add points, then press shift and you can add more points to it. Okay, so if you have selected maybe more points and then you want to get rid of the selection of some point, then you can press control and then drag in the area you don't want to, you want to deselect. So that is also, possible in that manner. Okay, so if you press N, then all the points will be selected. N, all the points will be selected. And if you press shift N, then all the components will be deselected. That will also happen in other case. Like if I press then 4, then I will be in primitive mode, and then I can do that. So if I press N, then every primitive will be selected, right? So now I will come to the next one. This is again cool option. So select fully contained geometry. So I will deselect the visible geometry part, and then I will switch on this part, fully contained geometry. So what it means, this is also beneficial here. So I will deselect everything, and then I will click at this one. Okay, I will deselect everything, and then I will click here. So if you click, then the primitive will be selected. If you click and if you drag, now see, if I want to select this area just by dragging, okay, I'll have to contain the whole primitive to select it if I'm dragging. So if I want to select this primitive, okay, if I take this area, or if I take this area, or if I take this area, this will not be selected until the whole primitive is coming within this box. And as soon as I am doing it, okay, this will be selected. Check it out. So this will happen in case of, maybe if I take all these 4 polygons within the box, then they will be selected just like this. Check it out. Okay, so this is again one very cool option, right? So the next one is we will discuss thing later on. And select whole geometry. Okay, select whole geometry for this one. You just click and the whole geometry will be selected. Okay, so these options are there. So maybe you can use them whenever you like or whenever you are in need of them. So for this video, I think that will be all from my side. Thank you very much.